a wider field of view, more updates coming to the Quest platform, and new games and updates. Hey, what's up, Questers, and welcome back to BMF VR, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. Today we're talking about all things Quest news. Let's jump right in. All right, let us dive right in, starting with an update coming to the Quest platform. We just got version 29, and now they're already talking about version 30. It looks as if they're expanding the size of the Guardian, or at least the ability to create a larger Guardian for version 30. Currently, the ability to create a Guardian maxes out at 10 meters in either direction, which is a pretty good-sized Guardian and plenty of space to play and run around if you're playing solo and have a big room. Well, apparently that is changing in version 30 with a maximum size of 15 meters long in either direction. That's close to 50 feet in either direction, which is a large Guardian. Now you're going to need a massive space to be able to play this, but this is going to be great for games like Space Pirate Arena, which I talked about recently, and Traversal, which actually, speaking of Traversal, just launched on App Lab. Having the ability to have a 50-foot in either direction Guardian is going to make co-location experiences much more accessible. Now, that's not something that Oculus encourages necessarily. They don't want to encourage two Quest users running around inside the same space, as they don't want people to run into each other, but we do know that Space Pirate Arena is coming, so that's one of hopefully many arena-style games coming to the Quest platform that'll benefit from this much larger Guardian space. All right, take this next thing with a grain of salt, but according to a supply chain analyst, will be getting a new Oculus headset in 2022, which to me is no surprise because I was kind of expecting it to come out next year anyways. But the key isn't when it's coming out, but what's being used for the lenses. According to Android Central, this analyst has been saying that Facebook and Sony actually are gearing up for a very big order for lenses. These lenses, I assume, are the next iteration of the Quest, as well as also PlayStation VR 2. These are what are being referred to as next-generation lenses. They are more expensive lenses. They have a greater clarity and wider field of view for both of these headsets. Yes, you heard me, better clarity and wider field of view. Now, I don't know how much wider this field of view is going to be, but wider FOV for me is one of the things that I want to experiment with and see how much more immersive than it really is. Now, what kind of difference is this really going to make? Well, it depends on exactly what they use these lenses for, how much wider the field of view actually is, and the clarity seems to indicate, though, that it could be for a Quest Pro, as these lenses are significantly more expensive, apparently, than the previous generation. Hopefully, we'll hear more at Connect this year about what we can expect next year from any new Quest hardware. Virtual Desktop has done it again. This product is never going to die, and even though AirLink is currently working really well, I think the Virtual Desktop is just going to keep getting better right along with it. Guy got in the developer reached out to me the other day, and I've been testing some of the new feature in the new beta for Virtual Desktop. It actually includes what's called SSW, or Synchronous Space Warp. Guy's actually been working with Qualcomm, the maker of the Snapdragon chip inside of the Quest 2, to make this work, and from what I've experienced and seen, it works very, very well. What you're seeing on the screen right now is a comparison of ASW, which is on AirLink, to SSW, which is on Virtual Desktop. Essentially what this does is it actually halves the amount of frames that the game is rendering, and then creates synthetic frames from each real frame in between those frames to create smooth motion. The biggest difference between Oculus's ASW, which by the way stands for Asynchronous Space Warp, and SSW is the fact that AirLink actually uses your PC's processing power to create these frames and do all of the processing work. With Virtual Desktop, SSW actually takes and uses the processing power of the Quest and uses that for creating these synthetic frames and inserting them between the two real frames. What does this mean exactly? Well, in simple terms, it means that the Quest is doing all of the work and it's not actually creating any more work for your PC, meaning that it actually can work with a PC that is less powerful than ASW in theory, because the PC isn't doing anything. The Quest actually really isn't doing much normally anyways. It's become pretty much a display at this point, sending data, and that's about it when you're using it for PC VR streaming. Because of this, Virtual Desktop decided that they should work with Qualcomm to make it so that the Quest is doing something, and now it can use SSW to provide a better experience. Another quick update coming to the Quest platform is the Oculus web browser. It's actually getting foveated rendering so that it'll allow it to support more higher performance WebXR experiences. Now, as far as I know, there aren't a ton of high performance WebXR experiences. Maybe there are. Put them down in the comments if you want, and I'll check them out. But overall, this is a good step in the right direction because I think there's a lot of potential with WebXR. I've played some really interesting and pretty cool games. It's time to talk about some games, and if you didn't know, the UploadVR Showcase 2021 is today. It's actually at 3 p.m. Pacific time and 6 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you tune in and check out all of the new games or the updates for games we already know about being announced at the UploadVR Showcase. I'll put a link in the description to the live video. I will be doing a video the first of next week going over all the new announcements and new games coming to the Quest platform. So if you don't have time to watch it or you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can always tune in for that. But I'm excited because I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we get some really big announcements, not just updates on games we already know about, which is awesome, but some awesome new stuff that we have not heard about yet. Speaking of awesome new stuff, the time seems to be almost here. Topgolf with ProPutt just opened up full course beta signups. Now, on Reddit, they did say it'll be a couple of months from the beta being shippable, but they are starting collecting people to play the full course in beta when it's ready. So I'll put a link in the description to the sign up. Go over there and sign up if it's something you've been waiting for. I know I have been waiting for a full swing golf course since they launched this game, so I am extremely excited for this to come out in the next few months. Speaking of new content for a golf game, Walkabout Mini Golf got a brand new course called Bogey's Bonanza this week as well. Looks like a lot of fun. I always love when Walkabout launches new content. It's already got so much there, and so far it's all been free DLC, which blows my mind because the game was already awesome in the first place, and now we get to play in new locations every once in a while as they launch new maps. BigBox VR, the developers behind Population 1, have been purchased by Facebook. Yes, Facebook has pulled in another VR company, and the latest one is BigBox VR. I'm not going to say whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, although Facebook is buying a lot of properties, so I'm not 100% sold that that's good for the platform or for VR in general. We'll have to wait and see how things are handled. In some instances, this can allow for a larger budget and more team members to put out more content, which is always good, but at the same time, you don't want them to lose the ability to be able to make the decisions that have made their game so great in the first place. This coming week, Larcenauts launches on the Quest platform. Yes, the game a lot of people have been looking forward to actually launches next Thursday. This online multiplayer hero shooter looks to be extraordinarily unique, and hopefully it lives up to all of the hype, as I know a lot of people are very much looking forward to it. If you've been waiting for a hero-style shooter, then this could be the one you're looking for. We'll have to wait and see exactly how this turned out next Thursday. There you go, that's all the news and updates for the Quest platform this week. What was your favorite piece of news? Let me know down in the comments what you're looking forward to the most, and if you want to get the most out of your Quest or your Quest 2, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and the bell icon for notifications. And you can check out more of my videos right there. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and happy questing.